Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank the ranking member. Last week when I saw the vote calendar for this week, and I saw on it was a schedule to vote on the balanced budget amendment, I actually laughed out loud. I assumed that it was surely a joke, because there's no way the Republican majority, just a few months after voting for a $1.9 trillion tax cut that would add more to the national debt than any other single vote in my lifetime, surely they wouldn't have the nerve to come back a few months later and with a straight face be pushing a balanced budget amendment. Yet it turns out it wasn't a joke. Here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Americans, this is part of a two-prong attack. Part one of that two-prong attack was the $1.9 trillion tax cut, 83% of which goes to the richest 1%. Part two is to stand up here and say, oh my goodness, we suddenly have a debt problem. It must be because we're spending too much. And part two calls for pushing through a draconian bill that would mandate trillions of dollars of cuts to Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, CHIP, veterans programs, and other critical spending. Here are the statistics. Under this legislation, by 2028, $2.6 trillion would be cut from Social Security, $1.7 trillion cut from Medicare, $1.2 trillion cut from Medicaid, CHIP, and the ACA, and finally $250 billion cut from veterans' disability. We cannot afford these draconian cuts. We must stand up and reject this laughable attempt to simply push through the largest cuts in American history. We must say no. Thank you, and I yield back.